what people don't see is when you're a small business owner and you are stressed about making payroll and you have to pull money out of your own bank account and put it into the business.
Yes.
That's a whole different level of stress.
Yes.
That's a whole different level of stress.
Yes.
And most people didn't see that. The only person that saw that was our accounting person.
Yes.
The rest of the company didn't see it. I would show up and, I was the cheerleader. I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, even if I couldn't. I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're going, we're great, we're going to make it. These are the things that we have to do. But I didn't have that same cheerleader. Right? So the emotional drain,
come on.
What people didn't see is me having a bubble bath at night, crying in the tub because I wasn't sure I could do it.
Right. That part.
Right?
Yeah.
The imposter syndrome was strong.
Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of You Are You Unapologetically. We're that podcast where we celebrate every version of you and remind you that no matter how hard things get, your story is not over. It's never over. Period. So today's episode is called The Comeback Nobody Saw Coming, including me. That's the title. So I want to ask you something. Have you ever been in a moment where everything you built, everything you planned, everything you were counting on just collapsed? Have you? Not a small setback. No. Not a minor setback or detour, but a full breakdown of the ground beneath your feet. Totally disappear. That's what I'm talking about. Have you ever experienced it? And at that moment, everyone around you were looking at you, waiting on you, needing you to have an answer, and you didn't. If you ever had to lead through a crisis or rebuild after one, you know how lonely that place can feel. Yeah? Nobody writes about the 3 a.m. moments. Nobody talks about the decisions that had no good option. Nobody tells you what it costs to stay standing when everything around you, everything in you wants to walk away. But today, we're going there. We're going to have that conversation. We're talking about what real leadership look like. Not in hindsight, not in highlight reels, but in the middle of it, in the thick of it. The pivots that felt terrifying before they felt brilliant. The decisions that had no roadmap. And the comeback that almost nobody, and I said nobody, saw coming, including you, including the person who had to lead it. Yep, that's what we're talking about. This conversation today, that's what it's about. And why does this conversation matter? Because way too many people, too many leaders, that is, freeze when things fall apart. Y'all like my freeze? Freeze when things fall apart. They wait for a sign. They pray for a sign. They wait for certainty. They wait for someone else to fix it. But crisis doesn't wait. No, it doesn't. And the truth is, the comeback is rarely loud. It's quiet. Decisions made under pressure. Yup, it's one hard call after another. It's choosing to rebuild when walking away would have been so much easier. Whether you're leading a team, running a business, or navigating a personal season of collapse, This episode is going to give you something you won't find in a leadership book. So stop looking. It's going to give you the real thing. And sometimes that's exactly what you need to keep going. See, we're talking about the comeback that no one saw coming, including me. Nope, I didn't see it. So I want to share that I have to admit I had several comebacks in various areas of my life. And at first I couldn't see it. No. So the first thought about a comeback would be my marriage. You all know that I lost my first husband, and today I'm a wife, a happy wife of 30 years. And I still say to myself, wow, what a comeback. Another comeback I had that pops up is actually, I feel that I may still be in that comeback, to be honest. When my first and only business partner decided to walk away. See, I've never went in business with anyone else, right? It was always me. And I decided in 2020 to go in business with someone. And at the time, I thought it was great. I know to walk away was a difficult decision, and for her to walk away was this. I know that now. But it took me some time to get there because I felt totally different. It was easier. From the very moment that she announced that she was walking away, I felt you're taking the easy way out. You're taking the easy route. And for me, it was choosing to continue. Building when walking away would have been so much easier for me as well. Like, I truly believe it was for her. I really believe that. And now I don't. Like, I know it was hard, but time had to pass for me to get to that place. So now I'm proud that I hung in there. I am so happy that I kept going. I'm so full that I built an amazing team that supports me and will never permit me just to walk away or take the easy route out. No matter how many times the thought comes up in me, my team will not allow it. And so that was the comeback nobody saw, including me. Oh my goodness, you guys. So, now is the time. This is that special time that I get to introduce you to none other than my phenomenal guest. And you all know the routine. You all know that I do not bring anyone on my show unless they are phenomenal, right? Because all of my guests are phenomenal. So now, let me tell you about our phenomenal guest today. Yes, our guest is the president, CEO, and managing owner of Advanced Supply Chain International, Commercial, and ASCI Federal Services, which is a federal part. 2 affiliated supply chains and logistic companies headquartered in Anchorage, Alaska. She leads both sides of the business, managing inventory, procurement, and operation execution in complex and regulated environments. Oh my goodness. After losing nearly 90%, I said 90% of the company's revenue during COVID in 2020, see, our guest led a full restructuring of the business and expanded into federal contracting, winning the company's first prime contract within 2 years. See, our phenomenal guest, she joined ASCI in 2013 and spent years leading operations before stepping into the CEO role in 2020. Her work today focuses on execution, leadership under pressure, and building systems that can scale without breaking. I said scale without breaking. Her leadership approach reflects a people-centered view of operations, where decisions are judged by their impact on the people doing the work and the customers relying on it. She emphasizes share accountability, which is amazing, practical problem solving, and consistency over time. Oh, big keywords, right? Please, please, please help me welcome my phenomenal guest, Christine Hopkins, to the You Are You Unapologetically podcast. Welcome, 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 my friend. So glad that you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yay!
I'm excited. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yay. Okay, my friend. One of the things that I do all the time is I want our listeners to know how we met. So please take a few seconds, moment, whatever you need, to share how you and I met.
We met at an Enterprising Women conference recently. It was one of the best conferences I've been to and an amazing experience. And I met so many amazing women, you included.
Oh, yay. I appreciate that. And so my listeners know when I go to that conference, I'm always working the administration table, right? And I go to that conference, I'm in full work mode. And so I am so honored that you're here and such a blessing. Thank you so much for being here, but also for connecting with me at the conference as well. All right, let's jump into why we're here, right? I always love starting before the storm, right? Because people see the comeback, but they don't always see what was at stake or what was going on, right, at the time. So Christine, when you stepped into the CEO role in 2020, and within weeks, nearly 90% of the company's revenue was gone. So please take us back to that moment. What was running through your mind when you realized the full weight of what was actually happening, what you were about to face? Like, what? Please share with us. Tell us what was going on, my friend.
Yeah, so it was a terrifying experience. I was a minority owner at the time. There were 10 or 11 owners, too many. And we didn't lose all 90% at once, but we saw the 90% coming.
Yeah.
I stepped in as president in August of 2019, and then took over fully as CEO in February of 2020. And we know what happened shortly after that.
Yeah.
All of our revenue was in oil and gas, all of it.
Okay.
In some in Alaska, some in the lower 48. That's what we call the rest of the country.
Yeah. Alaskans do, and people who have never been to Alaska, but that's what Alaskans call, right? The rest of the
continental
lower
US.
48.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lower 48.
Yeah.
So we had some contracts in the lower 48 and some in Alaska. And COVID was hard on a lot of businesses. It was extra hard on the oil and gas industry because it was a combined COVID pressure and then political pressure at the same time.
Yes.
And we were a small business providing supply chain management, outsourced solutions.
Yes. So
we knew that we were going to lose all these contracts. They were going to insource them to save their own employees, or they were going to sell their assets and leave the country, which did happen, right. Or sell their assets in the areas that we were in. So it was hard. I had to have some real hard conversations with the other owners and the board. I went to the board chair at the time, which was the original CEO, and asked for help. I was like, hey, I cannot do this without your support. And what can you do to help me? And he looked me in the eye, and I still laugh about it to this day. And he said, I don't know how to break this to you, but we're all old and tired. You're not likely going to get a lot of help.
Wow.
So let me talk about what we can do to have you help us exit the business.
Wow.
So that you can be successful. So that was extra terrifying. So I worked with them and took the company through an ownership change,
Okay.
Complete restructuring, bought out all of the other owners. We didn't have any debt. We were in a good cash position. The contracts hadn't been lost yet, but it was coming. That was probably the first terrifying decision I made.
Wow.
Was they walked away with all the cash in the business.
Wow.
And I kept the business.
Wow. And I know, like, wow. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was hard. And it really was. One of the owners was a publicly traded company.
Okay.
So we didn't count as small according to the SBA standards because of that. So they were holding us back.
Yes.
And so we needed this ownership restructuring to be able to enter the federal contracting space.
Okay.
And that was the pivot. Because I asked myself, I said, what other industry, highly regulated, low margins, lots of red tape, hard to compete in? Federal government. Yeah. I know how to compete in that space.
Okay.
So we did it. We did the restructuring. As of January of 21,
okay.
I became majority owner of the business. So it took a while to go through that restructuring.
Okay.
In February of 21, the first big contract loss came, and it was 75%.
Wow.
And then it was a slow trickle for the rest of that year to lose the rest.
Right. Wow. So I know that level of pressure, especially as someone who was brand new in the seat that you were in, is something that most people would not have survived. And to hear what that owner, which you said was multiple, what he looked you straight in your eyes and said, like, you're not going to get much help, like, at all. So let me ask you, one of the hardest parts of leading through crisis, is everyone is looking at you for answers, right? And here's the thing, we're looking at ourselves as, being in that seat. And you've already shared that you didn't have the answers. So you went to get help, to get the answers. Like those who are still in the company, they're looking, the clients are watching and all of that. And I know that you shared it was terrifying, of course. But how did you show up as the leader when you were still figuring it out for yourself? And what did you have to let go of, right? You talked about some of the owners that are there, but what else did you have to let go of in order to be that and do that leader, or be that leader that you had to be in that space and that time?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing I had to let go of was, as women, right, that come up in male-dominated industries, we are often trained through battle wounds. Work harder, always have the answers.
Yes.
We perform, right?
Yeah.
I had to give that up.
Yeah.
I couldn't pretend to know it all, because I didn't. I had to realize that the team was just as terrified as I was.
Yes.
And I had to go through it with them. So I had to let go of ego and pride and be willing to admit, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
I need your help. Yeah. Let's go through this together. And I told him, I said, I stayed in it to keep your job.
Yes. Awesome. That is so amazing. Yeah. That is so amazing, because, like, I think so many leaders believe that we have to have all the answers, which we know we don't have to, right? And that's a pressure that we create to ourselves to perform in a certain way. And you and I both know it's exhausting. just as the crisis itself. So giving up ego, right? What I heard as you were speaking was humility. That's what I heard. And so you didn't just stabilize. You said it. You pivoted into federal contracting with zero prior experience in that space. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's bold. That is very bold. And so what made you decide to go in the different direction? And what did it take practically and mentally to really build what you have now completely, new while the existing business was still in recovery, right? Going back on 2020 and looking at all that took place and then 2021. Please share.
Yeah. So it was hard. It was hard. I did a lot of research. I grew up a military brat. My husband's retired military, so the lingo didn't scare me.
Yes.
The complexity didn't scare me. What we do is already complex, and doing it in the oil and gas industry is already heavily regulated.
Okay.
So that didn't scare me.
Okay.
I had to learn how to do business with the federal government. And there are tools out there, but they're disconnected, there's disjointed, and there's a lot of scams, a lot of scams out there, and you have to weed through it. Mm-hmm. I found a couple of key podcasts that had really good information and basically binge listened to them to get some basic information. I worked with our local Apex Accelerator, kind of all of the free tools that are out there.
Okay.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge was translating our commercial experience for the federal customer.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? A warehouse is a warehouse. Mm-hmm. But the customer, and it would have mattered whether we were going to the construction industry or any industry change.
Right.
We had to say, yes, we're used to dealing with downhole chemicals and large turbines, but it's a thing, right? You still warehouse a thing. You have to buy a thing. Right. You have to make sure the thing matches the specs.
Yes.
You receive the thing. You make sure the thing you got was the thing you ordered.
Yes.
You inventory the thing. And then you issue the thing out to the person that needs the thing. And when they're done with the thing, you take it back and figure out whether you can reuse it or how to get rid of it.
Got it.
So we had to take that and use their words to describe the process.
Yes. I'm clear on what you're saying. I know that's the thing about a real pivot, right? It doesn't feel strategic in the moment. It feels like survival. And I know you will agree with me, but then one day you look up and you realize it became your greatest strength, which is so amazing. And so, we celebrate comebacks. We always, especially in the sports arena, sports space, a comeback is always celebrated, but we don't always talk honestly about what they cause, the toll on your energy, the tested relationships, right? The version of yourself that you had to leave behind. What did this comeback cost you personally, right? And what did you have to sacrifice that people on the outside never saw?
Yeah, a lot of, you can't see them because I color them now, but there's a lot of gray in there.
No judgment at all. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah. What people don't see is when you're a small business owner and you are stressed about making payroll and you have to pull money out of your own bank account and put it into the business.
Yeah.
That's a whole different level of stress.
Yeah.
It's a whole different level of stress.
Yes.
And most people didn't see that. The only person that saw that was our accounting person. Yes. The rest of the company didn't see it. I would show up and, I was the cheerleader. I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, even if I couldn't. I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're great. We're going to make it. These are the things that we have to do. Yeah. But I didn't have that same cheerleader. right?
Right.
So the emotional drain,
Come on.
what people didn't see is me having a bubble bath at night, crying in the tub because I wasn't sure I could do it.
Right. That part.
Right.
Yes.
The imposter syndrome was strong.
Ooh wee. It shows up. Come on now. Yes.
Yeah. So it tested, my marriage, on the relationship side, but also, my husband's a minority owner now. Yeah. So there was the whole financial aspect. Aside from the energy I had, we could lose everything if it failed. And that's a different kind of relationship stress.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. No, I hear you 100%. So here's what I heard you saying you held the vision. And that's what we do as CEOs. We have to hold the vision and have to ensure that those under us can see the vision, even when we're like, is that a light? I think I see a flicker. So I get that 100%. Here's what I believe about people who lead through crisis. You find out who you really are. See, we do that. Not the version that performed well, right, when things are going great, but the version of you that refuses to quit when everything is falling apart. Looking back, right, Christine, what did you discover about yourself through this process that you genuinely did not know was there before?
I think my ability to see both the big picture and the detail at the same time, and translate that both internally and externally.
Yes.
I had always sworn that I would never get involved in politics or advocacy, or it just wasn't my thing. What I realized in that process is if I wasn't going to fight for my business, who was?
That part. Yes. Wow.
And so I found that part of myself that was able to take that and have the passion to go fight externally.
Yes. Come on. That's what.
This is a hard time to be a federal contractor.
Oh,
as a woman-owned business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I hear you. Oh, wow. Such an amazing story. So thank you. But before we wrap up, Christine, here's what I want to ask you. I want our listeners to know, what is the most important piece of advice you would give to someone who is right now, like presently, right now in the middle of their collapse at this present moment, and they can't yet see the comeback? It's nowhere around. They don't. There's not even a flicker at the end of the tunnel, and honestly, they're not sure if they have what it takes to get through it. What advice would you give?
The best advice I could give is find a peer network of other, not CEOs, entrepreneurs. Because an entrepreneur has been through this before, or they wouldn't still be in business.
Right.
Find a network of people like you who can support you, because you need the cheerleader.
Yes. No, that's amazing. Thank you. So before I let you go, how can our listeners connect with you? Because you're such a big cheerleader for yourself and your company, but yet an inspiration to our listeners, especially those women who have been in your space or in the space that you were in. Please share how our listeners can connect with you, my friend.
So personally, you can find me on LinkedIn, Christine Hopkins, in Alaska. There's not many of me. And the company's name is ASCI, Family of Companies, is the social title for the shared grouping of companies. I believe the handle is at ASCI LLC.
Okay.
For Facebook, for LinkedIn. It's ASCII Family of Companies. You can find us there. Yeah, reach out, follow us. Happy to connect if you actually have a supply chain need.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So you heard it, you guys. I told you I have a phenomenal guest. You guys don't believe me. Y'all just So thank you again, Christine, for saying yes. We truly, truly appreciate you being a guest on Yay You, unapologetically. And most of all, we appreciate your wisdom. But we definitely, more than anything, appreciate you being you, unapologetically. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, my listeners, I will be right back. Wait for me. Okay, you guys, I'm back. OMG, right? What an amazing conversation. And honestly, that conversation did something to my spirit. I truly appreciate you, Christine Hopkins. Thank you. All right, you guys, let's just recap, right? I just want to recap, not in the details that Christine shared, but just overall, like what is it that we're saying here? What we're saying is a crisis will not define you. No. But how you lead through the crisis, it will. That's what defines you. You don't have to have all the answers to show up. I'm saying just show up. Just show up and be you. The pivot, pivoting, yeah, that terrifies you. It terrified me. But it may become the breakthrough that defines your tomorrow. So pivot when you need to. The comeback has a cost, no doubt whatsoever. And it's okay to acknowledge the cost. That, acknowledge it honestly. Acknowledge the cost. And the strength you need, it's already in you. It's inside of you. Crisis just brings it to the surface. That's all it does. We were created in our mama's womb with everything we need for life. Crisis or crises, if I'm saying that correctly, just brings whatever it is that we need to the surface. That's it. So here's what I want you to do this week. I want you to name the one thing you've been avoiding that needs a decision. That's what I want you to do. Think about it. What have you been avoiding? Make the decision. Take one step towards your pivot. Move closer to that pivot, not away, closer to it. Even if it's a small baby step. Even if it's scary, take the step. Take the step. And I want you to say this out loud. I want you to say this out loud today. I don't need to see the whole comeback. I just need to take the next step. Say it out loud. Let me hear you. Okay. I know I didn't hear it all, but I need you to say it. I don't need to see the whole comeback. I just need to take the next step. Because the comeback is never about one grand moment. Not at all. Not at all. It's about every quiet decision that kept you going, that kept me going. That's what the comeback is all about. So, with the weight of expectations and the pressure of uncertainty, it is easy. It is so easy to believe that a crisis is the end of your story. But that's not true. Not at all. But because you were never created to be defeated by your circumstances. You are you unapologetically. And that means you carry the kind of strength that doesn't show up until it's needed most. So hold on. Keep leading, keep rebuilding, keep doing you, keep being you unapologetically. And so let's take a moment to thank Christine Hopkins for being our guest. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your wisdom. And most of all, thank you for your story. Thank you, Christine. And to everyone listening, if this episode touched you, reached you, poked you, please share it. Please share it with someone who needs to be reminded that their comeback is still coming. It's on its way. So keep rising, keep trusting, keep being you unapologetically. That's it for now. So ciao, ciao.